Hello, this video today is for the YouTubers of you. So the question which I heard many times when it comes to the topic of using an audio recorder, it was a question of the Zoom H5. I got this one as a gift, and I have to admit I'm not using it as often as I probably should be. And the reason for this is basically that I use everything on my phone right now, record everything on my phone, and use the Rode Wireless Go with this wonderful lav mic and the transponder in my pocket, and I have a connection to my phone via a few cables. So when it comes to this device, I was using it at the beginning, so it has built-in microphones which you can disconnect, and there's a different option for this. This one is stereo, but you have other things as well. You can plug in a microphone in here as well. With that option, you can put the micro input from right now, for example, the Rode Wireless Go, and use this one. That would be one of the channels left and right you can use, which gives you a combo mono channel then, or a left-right setup. I will just quickly go ahead and see if the battery is still there. The battery is still off. Therefore, quick one and really nice comparison here. Usually the battery is flat whenever you need it, unless you're recording every day. That's why have a spare pack of batteries. You use 2 AA's. I recommend having more of them at your place. Then you have 2 more inputs, which are at the bottom, XLR inputs. I hope that the camera catches this right now, where you can plug in 2 XLR mics. You can still use the other microphone option with the TRS cable. Yeah, it's a TRS here. You have a line out on this side. You can put headphones on it, which is really nice. And you have an option for a remote, which is an extra package which you can add to this one. I barely used it because when you start and stop recording, you usually have a whole setup, and I most of the time let the audio recording running at the same time. You can set up the gain for those mics and the mics which come in. Then you have for the left and for the right microphone, you have the second option. And then later on, record button, and you can replay things on this one here. What I like to do is getting a backup audio, which is a feature which I found out pretty late because I didn't read the manual. Please read the manual. That you can set and say, hey, please, whenever you record, get a second recording with, I think it's 10 decibel less. That makes it nice, so you always have a second solution. And SD cards, this is an important one. Bigger is not better here. 32 gigs is the maximum what the system can handle. Then you have a USB connection and the hold and the on and off button on that side. And that's basically all what you have to know, what you need to know about this small device here. A little thing about experience. The software feels like super old. It demanded an upgrade, but still it's like, yeah, it does the job. Most of the time I didn't use any sorting abilities on that device, just took the SD card out, put it into the computer, and then used the software from there. If you start out, that's probably going to be a device which gives you everything you need plus a little extra. I basically now came back to the point of recording the audio with the camera right away. And also a friend of mine, Kelly Fancher, was buying the Sony FX3, which has an XLR input, and directly put everything in one file. So you don't have to edit it in post, put it together, put it align. I mean, those are all things which are great if you need the function to work on it. If you don't, it's an extra feature which you probably never use. Same goes here as an example. You have a speaker built in, and I never used the functionality to re-listen to something here. So what are we doing right now with this device? I will give it to my fiancée. She gave it to me as a gift, so yeah, we share it as a family because she's doing some music recording. Probably that's going to be a use case. And one thing as well, you can screw that on one of your stands if you want to. It's good. And for the speaker, I forgot about this, there's the volume control up and down. What is nice functionality, why I put it with cable binders on one of my poles, you see on the light here, which channel is in use and will be recorded. So what I did is to have a backup audio besides the lower dB, because I wanted to prevent clipping audio. I also, if this one was closer to me, I left the left-right channel and then used the XLR input. So I had like 2 microphones recording. So in worst case, if some of the mics were like set up in the wrong way, battery was dead, which I had on my NTG already, I was basically using, because it doesn't use phantom power, the NTG Plus, NTG 4 Plus, and that has can be used, I think, with phantom power, but usually with a battery inside. And if those things happen, it's nice to have a backup here as well, and you see right away which of the channels are recording. Would I buy this device again? Most probably not, because right now, as I said, I'm not using it. If you want to use something like this, be aware this is adding friction. This is another device, another battery, another SD card which has to be in place. And I give you one example which I had. Since 32 gigs for audio recording is tons of capacity, I had this one day where I never thought about it and the SD card was full. So I dumped my video because guess what? There was no audio recording on it. If you are aware that equipment causes friction, it's a nice device. It gives you all the functionality you need. I'm not sure if you can also go with a smaller version, the H4, whatever, or the higher version, but just have a quick look at it. It does everything what you need, and there's no fancy UIs, whatever. And it does the job it's supposed to be doing. And sometimes nowadays we are missing exactly this kind of equipment. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more about my video making journey, I have a playlist which I will place here with more videos about video making. There will be some gears inside, some unpacking, some stuff where I see different things and use different things. And right now it's massively reduced. I will put the other video with gear acquisition syndrome there, so you don't fall in the same gap like I did, because I was thinking in the beginning I need a Sony ZV-1, which you see right here. I want to have a video mic me, and that you see there. And I was having the DT4, which is somewhere in that box. And this has all been investments, which at the end I'm not using. It's my iPhone. It's the World Wireless Go, which I think is a good investment. The cable would probably be enough for the lav mic, but this is the more easy option right now if you don't have an audio recorder, that you use a wireless connection. Get the Rode Wireless Go 2, because that has a buffer if some recording doesn't properly work right away. That's it from my side for the moment. Thank you for watching, and as I said, Zoom H5. If you need to have an audio recording separate, if you want to have an extra mic because you want to improve your audio game even further, it's a good device to buy. Have a great one and see you next time.